The bridge of the Star Eater lurched violently, slamming High Commander Drax into the navigation console. Sparks cascaded from the ceiling, blinding the deck in white fire. This wasn't the elegant dance of energy shields deflecting plasma. It was the sickening crunch of impact. The hull screamed as another projectile hammered the starboard flank, vibrating through the boots of every officer. "Report!" Drax roared over the klaxons, his 4 eyes wide with dawning horror. "Hull breach, sectors 4 through 9. The tactical officer screamed, cracking under the chaos. "They're ignoring our energy dampeners. Commander, they aren't using lasers. They're using solid matter, high-velocity slugs, kinetic weapons." In an age of photon torpedoes and void shields, the Kryorean Dominion was being shredded by flying metal. Drax stared at the tactical display, mesmerized. The enemy formation made no sense, no symmetry, no elegance. A chaotic swarm of weaponized cargo haulers. The galaxy's most feared empire falls to a species that turns its own wreckage into ammunition, Drax muttered. Chaos tactics, pure, unrefined chaos. A storm of human resilience weaponized into a blunt instrument. 48 hours earlier, the Galactic Senate had smelled of ozone and diplomacy. World Lord Zaroth had stood on the obsidian podium, chest swelling with arrogant certainty. The hologram of a blue-green marble hovered above his palm. Sara III is a resource haven inhabited by primates who have barely mastered fish, Zaroth had boomed. The Dominion will annex it by the next moon cycle. It will be a bloodless siege. From the shadows, Matriarch Alara stepped forward. Ancient, skin like parchment, eyes heavy with wisdom. "Do not go there, Zaroth," she whispered. "You mistake their lack of unity for weakness." Zaroth had laughed. A sharp, barking sound. Hubris. Now, aboard the Star Eater, Drax remembered that laugh as his fleet exited hyperspace on the edge of the Solaris system. Sensors showed a localized defense grid laughable by galactic standards. Standard aggressive formation. Expected surrender. But then, "Commander, we are being hailed. Audio only. Extremely loud." The speakers erupted with a wall of sound. Primal, rhythmic, discordant, driving. And then the sensors lit up, not military signatures but thousands of civilian transponders. Mining barges, freighters, atmospheric shuttles. They poured from the moon's shadow, accelerating straight at the Dominion fleet. No evasive maneuvers. No retreat. Pure forward momentum. "They're not slowing," shouted the helmsman. The humans had strapped thrusters to asteroids, welded railguns to tugboats. A demolition derby turned into warfare. Drax commanded, "Fire everything." Nothing scattered. The swarm pushed through fire with reckless abandon. Point-blank range. Dominion targeting computers useless. Gravity stabilizers failed. Officers floated briefly in 0G, surrounded by screaming, flying debris, before gravity slammed back, crushing them to the deck. Intruder alert. The computer intoned, calm against the chaos. Boarding parties were already inside. The humans had fired themselves at the Star Eater. Graincam footage showed smoke-filled corridors and strobe-like muzzle flashes. Kryorean shock troopers, armored in photoreactive weaves, fell under high-velocity lead. "It's ineffective," the security chief screamed. "They're analog. Magnetic boots, grappling hooks. They move too fast for targeting algorithms." Humans sprinted through smoke, primitive weapons in hand, firing with reckless efficiency. Armor shattered. Forward momentum relentless. Survival was their only doctrine. The rhythmic, pounding noise, the human music, blared across comms, psych warfare amplified. Communication disrupted. Adrenaline spiked. Dominion corridors became disorienting mazes of violence. "Sir, reactor shielding is taking damage," reported an engineer. "Shape charges. Low-tech explosives. If they breached the core, the Star Eater would be gone." And they didn't care. Drax stared at the tactical map. The swarm outside stripped shields while boarding parties gutted ships from within. Perfect pincer born of madness. Humans saw the weakness in high-tech reliance and drove a wedge of steel straight through it. "We cannot win this," whispered the tactical officer. The cold grip of humiliation sank into Drax's chest. To surrender is death. To retreat is shame. To stay is annihilation by a species that treats warfare like a demolition derby. "Sound the retreat," Drax hissed, tasting ash. "Jump to hyperspace. Scatter all ships." The Star Eater lurched as the hyperdrive tore a hole in spacetime. Sara III and its swarm became streaks of infinite starlight, then vanished. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. Drax slumped in his chair. He had survived. But the legend of Kryorean invincibility had died orbiting a blue-green world. A message blinked on his console. Priority encryption from Matriarch Alara, sent moments before the jump. No image, only text. I told you Sara III was a death trap. You saw soldiers and found only farmers. You saw warships and found only haulers. You forgot the universe's deadliest weapon isn't a laser. It's the will to survive. Drax closed the channel. The Dominion would never return. The humans could keep their rock. The galaxy had learned the truth. Beneath the primitive exterior lay the most dangerous survivors in the cosmos. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.